Well, as I was about to try and pull the bed out to try and figure things out, I just got notified by city workers that I will not be able to park here tomorrow. Street sweeping for a day or two or whatever it's going to be, depending on when they decide to do it. So I have to hope I can find parking elsewhere, because parking all the way along the whole area here it's gotten small, man, because of all the road construction, piping, street sweeping, everything to do with what the cities, should have done many years ago is now happening, right? So I have to somehow find parking that will be allowed. So what can you do, though? It's summertime and they got to get the work done, right? So, but yeah, right now they got those signs out. So, well, it is what it is. It says Monday to Friday, but all you could do is come back and try and see, right? But I feel sorry for the people who live in this area here. It's because they have contracting going, and where the hell are they supposed to park? You can't park on the other side. You can't park, there's a parking thing over here. You can't park there. It's private property, right? So makes me curious to know where everyone's going to park. They're doing bricklaying over here. So anyways, what I'm going to do here right now is I'm trying to figure out with that stand that I painted how I'm supposed to get something sturdy enough to cut this wood. And because it's actually the right size, about the same size as the table. Yeah, about the same size as you guys can see here. And so I guess I gotta put it right about there and there. Okay, so I don't like doing this when it's not sturdy, but I don't have a choice. It just means it won't be a good cut, but it happens, right? So let's see here. I want to make sure that's actually lined up. Because it's got to be bolted in there somehow. Holy crap. So I mean, guys, without the proper tools, this is hard to do. And I was always told to try and make sure that you do the cut a little bit bigger. But however, these things are going to be probably glued in and screwed in anyway, right? So I just don't have anything to cut this thing on. That's the problem. Unless I was to do it the risky way. And what I did with some of the wood here was I actually put the wood along here, believe it or not, and I took my saw here and I actually tried cutting right along the line. It was taking a massive risk. I don't have anything to put it on. I don't know. I want to figure that out. Okay, even though all the shade is around here, I'm going to try and see if I can find another spot. Besides, I have to worry about the battery anyway, so we're going to go for a little bit of a drive. See what we can do. Like I am seriously not motivated. All right. Yeah, I really think that yesterday's issue came down to me flicking that switch. All right, let's go. Okay, so I found the parking spot. It's on gravel though, but it's more level. And well, I know people in this area. I'll be honest with you. You guys can see right there. Okay, my mom just called me and she's like, "Can you park nearby? I'm feeling overheated already." It's like, open your windows, man. You know, but see, these places aren't good for air conditioning, right? So it's and then the next couple of days, you guys, it looks like I will not be able to park up there more. Parking around here is very, very, very limited at the moment, right? So I will be having issues with trying to find anything at all that will be nearby, you know, just in case if something goes on, right? So, which is always a possibility in this heat. So anyways, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and see if I could pull the bed out without breaking any of the legs. I might have to just pull it out upside down and pull out and try and see whether or not I can. Flipping it over is going to be hard. It might be a two-man job, to be honest with you, with the way I did it. Or what I could try and do is maybe I could try and take all the bags out, put the bed in there, and then take the brackets and glue it and solidify it. Maybe I got to do it that way, and then try and put the bags back in. Because once the bags are in there, man, nothing ever get used anyway, unless I absolutely need it. Because that's the way tools work, right? You don't always need the tools; they're just there just in case. So, okay. Instead of me ranting and raving about stuff, let's see what we can do well, the sun's right up here, so in a couple hours it'll be over here, and it'll be a lot easier with more shade. So I got sunscreen on, so I'm not overly worried about it. So for a couple hours anyway. Nice car, Gramps. Mazda 3. I used to have my Mazda edition. I really miss my Protege 5. I really do. Anyways, let's try and see what we can do here. Okay, I'm going to do the best I can here for you guys. This tripod is breaking down, so I got to get another one. It's my tall one that I usually use. So, yeah, it's old, so I kind of expect that to happen, right? So what I'm doing here is I've already got the bed out, right? You guys can see it right there, okay? And what I'm doing here is I'm pulling the stuff out. I'm going to try and see about getting the bed in place. And I want to show you guys what I'm doing here, because I don't know what I'm doing. I found out from another guy that has done the exact same thing, okay? He told me even though on the top where the legs are connected, okay, because of the way I built them, all right, and there's brackets, that if I bracket it down on here, whether it's on one side or the double side, it will be sturdy. Okay, he's done it. He's like, he's had no problems with his ever since, and he's in an RV. I was like, so why don't you just, you know, build a proper bed for an RV? And he's like, because I'm just beginning too. He goes to me, I lost my job. As a result, I lost my home. I'm in an RV. And he goes, I'm absolutely loving the lifestyle. I'm single. I have no kids. I have no dog. I have no pet, no nothing. I'm living life. He goes, I'm 55. I was like, okay. You know, so, you know, anyone who does that, you know, at our age, in our age group, you know, you're not being held down by anybody. You know, even though it's nice to settle down if you can find the right person, right? Okay, Wasp, you can stay away from me now. There's no Ethans around here. And I said that because they eat them. All right, I'm going to put these on top of the roof for now. I will be... I got Linux down there. I'm going to try and see what I can do about cleaning the roof and cleaning all the way along here today as well. Yeah, today where I'm going to be doing things, because by the time the wedding comes along, you guys, I want this van to be clean. You know, it's, I had to represent the van properly, you know. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to figure out when it's in here. Clearly the ramps are either going to have to go on the side over here, or they're going to have to go on top. One way or another, you know, if that's up there and if the solar panel goes up, okay, there's no way I'm going to be going to underground parkings, because there won't be enough space. It just means if I go shopping and parking elsewhere. Happens a lot around here anyway. So while I'm doing that, I'm also doing a little bit of cleaning too. I'm taking some of this wood here and I'm actually putting it over there in the station. Okay, so in that station right there, where I'm putting wood in there right now, just because it's not going to go anywhere, it just needs to be bolted in. Yeah, you could basically say that the stuff that is going over there is basically going to be a fire starter. So when fire season comes back, and I'm in the back country, whatever, at least I know that, well, wherever I put that baggie, where did I put that baggie of stuff? Either way, it doesn't matter. I'll find it. Yeah, so fire starters are always good to have. So when you spark it up, boom, you know. Yeah, I do watch a lot of YouTube to find out this information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there for now. Put these in the small bag. Oh, my neck is bugging me today, man. Holy, I can feel the pinching. And by the way, you guys remember a few weeks ago when I went to the doctors, right? Well, apparently, you know, I guess there's degenerative discs, but they're not concerned about it because I never got the call. And these bags here, another reason why I like them is because it's got these little hooks, right? So you can pull them out wherever you want. And it's also got these straps here, right? So yeah, these are supposed to be waterproof. Now I realize that it's plastic, but it's not the best. So the seal here could come out, but you know, whether likelihood I'm going to use any of this stuff anytime soon anyway. You never know though. My holder's getting a little warm and loose. It's all plastic. So this over here. And this here. Against the hockey stick and stuff. The hockey sticks and whatnot is going to have to go on the side for now. I don't want anything over here. Those are putting the bed in. Do here is, besides for the wind blowing right now again, seriously, just picked up again. It wasn't that bad when I was over at the other spot. All right. Okay. I guess this could be the moment of truth if this is going to work or not. I hope it does. You guys, I'll be honest with you, okay? As I'm doing this process here, all right, if this does not work and it absolutely fails, then yeah, I will be looking at putting those bags on the side. Everything will go on the side, and I'll just put the trifold braid in by itself, like I did the original style. So if this breaks down, so crossing my fingers it doesn't, because all of a sudden those two stands there would be a waste of my time. So now what I want to do here is I want to get the which ones are those? No, those are metal screws. There we go. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people are saying these brackets are garbage. You know what? They These things do actually, you know, if this thing was to blow over, it will bend these very, 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 very easily. But I also found out too that with a hammer, you could straighten it back out. That's what I did yesterday. I had 4 of them that bent right out of shape, right? And so I did take a hammer and I straightened them out, and that's how I put it back on. So just to give you guys a heads up. I got a couple of legs in here which look like they need to be possibly glued better too. So, but we'll see. Hopefully not. I got my other multi-screwdriver is in a different location. I think I should shift it. I got, oh interesting, I didn't realize that. I have different kinds of Gorilla Glue here in craft. It looks like I might need more. Might need more, but that's okay. If I can at least get the kitty corners in, glued and bolt and screwed in, then I'll be happy for now to get started. As long as it stays in place and doesn't move around. At least that's what that guy told me anyway, so that's what I'm going to have to go with. And I've got see it. I got the right ones in here. I need the small ones. Okay, they're in this baggie here with the brackets. Okay, I'm going to put that there. All that stuff there will get cleaned up. Like I said, this could be a two-person job. You gotta be very careful with this because it is fragile. Yeah. Side like this is not affecting any of the doors, any of the. This has got to work. Ah, freaking glue's in the way. See, my original plan I was going to be was just to do measurements, put these in first, and then put the platform on. Again, I did it backwards, so I have to be very careful with what I'm doing here. Because I don't want to be redoing all the legs all over again. Although if I have to, I will, but it's very time consuming when you're doing it all, right? Like these ones here are solid, but along the edges here, right, there's no protection, it's just all glue. wondering if I could there's a different way I can do this without ruining the legs, man. Sucker's got some weight to it. I didn't realize that. Part of me has been sketchy about this because I do one wrong move and I'm doing extra work. However, I just want to get it done, right? But I know some people have said to put the legs right along the bottom too. I'm not afraid to do it if I had to, but because I've seriously seen some of these where they actually bent, you know, and then it's a pain in the ass to fix. So, how am I going to do this? I could well, holy shit. Okay, I thought one bent over, but it didn't. It's still solid. So, okay, that's how best I can get that. And the plus thing is that even though this is right up against there, right? Can you guys see that? Okay. Now, you guys see that? Okay, good. Even though it's right up against the edge over here, okay, look all that space I've got here. I was not expecting that amount of space. That's good. I like that. Now, ouch. I'm gonna have to shave some of this stuff down a little bit. Anyway, so what I'm probably gonna do is probably get some kind of board or whatever, and try and put it over here more. Okay, down here at the very edge, so it pulls it up more because it looks like the cook station is going to be affected by this. Right, so I wasn't expecting it to go right up against it, right? So that's the thing is, I'm like 5'10", right? This thing is 6 foot, so the extra 2 inches, you know, I know that can play a big deal in this. Yeah, it's about the best I can do. You know what the weird thing is too is that on that wood? It is. Okay, there. So yeah, so if I was going to make this work somehow, I have to figure out up there, or I got to put the more wood down here. As you guys can see, I got all this firewood here that I can't currently use because of the fire bans. But I got more than enough space here. If I was to put something here, and I could probably, yeah. Because the way I had it before, when I had a bed platform, a really bad one that is. Okay, I had it closer, but I also have to remember this door, there's only so much room. So I've only got maybe this much here, right? So if I was to try and move this out a bit, and besides, you know, the likelihood of much being filmed in here, I think, is slim, right? Because the whole point is to be out there doing things, not being indoors, right? So this is all going to be temporary. So if I start bolting this thing in, I wonder how much space there really would be with this. Let's see here, if I can do this. Looks like there could be a fair amount. Just from the way it looks. Now, there were a few things here that were blocking it, so I want to know for sure. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, that's what was blocking. Okay. Oh yeah, this closes without a problem. So if I added, it looks like about 5 to 6 inches. You know, when I was in here 4 years ago, my head was right up against the hatch because I wanted to make room up there, right? So, yeah. So if I could make some kind of a platform, just go right along here, something solid, I could move the bed back further and give myself more space up there to do what I got to do. I know someone that has it like that. They've only got so much space, and he's like, I don't care. All I'm in here to do is film anyway. So, anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find something. See, something like this would be perfect to go right on it. Or something like this. Just so I can move it back a bit, right? Because of right here, and it gives more space. All right, so I got some work to do here. So, fact is, you guys got to see me put the bed in here. It is stable, all right? I'm trying to move it right now. It's solid, right? But I haven't laid down on it yet. So, but I'll show you guys that in the next video. So, I think I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching, by the way. I really appreciate it, and you guys got to witness me putting the bed in here. And stay tuned to see what we're going to do next, to see how I fix this problem down here, and you know, have this sucker ready for Rhoda. Like I said, I'm not going to give too much of a rat's monkey's tool of what it really looks like, as long as it works on, as long as I have enough headspace when I'm sitting in here. That's what's going to matter. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Remember to subscribe, share, comment, everything. Any nasty comments will be deleted and you will be blocked if you guys do it. So be nice. Talk to you soon.